Hey, thank you for joining me today. My name is Candace Smith, and I'm here to do an informative speech about the ending of unemployment supplemental benefits. The unemployment supplemental benefits were put into place in March of 2020 to aid those who had lost their jobs during the COVID pandemic. The numbers for unemployment had skyrocketed during the 2020 to the beginning of 2021 years. That is because during COVID, a lot of workplaces had to shut down and employees were laid off. In this speech, we'll talk about the unemployment benefits ending earlier rather than later, and we'll explore the viewpoints of different public figures and their thoughts on ending the benefits early. More than a dozen states are already withdrawing from the pandemic programs. 16 states have already opted out of the federal benefit programs, and another 26 states have said that they will end before the end of July. Now, the programs are set to end in September of 2021, but Governor Hogan of Maryland had stated that by July 3rd, he has opted out of the program. While these benefits provided supplementary financial assistance during the height of COVID-19, they were intended to be temporary, and their continuation has instead worsened the workforce and the issues that we are facing now. According to Governor Mike Parsons of Missouri, he has already ended his financial assistance. By ending the programs early, some of the states are refusing billions of dollars that have already been appropriated through the federal dollars that could be spent to local groceries, restaurants, and retail shops. Now, since they are ending early, they could face repercussions instead of letting the programs go until September 6th. While the American Plan Act became a law in March, people who had been out of work during the pandemic could breathe a sigh of relief, but the programs were only meant to be temporary. But Emily Nix's concern is, even though people are offering sign-on bonuses, it could lead to further unemployment or turnover rates because a person might feel more likely to accept the job, and then what if they're not happy? A temporary boost in unemployment benefits that enactedly helped people who lost their jobs through no fault of their own and who still may be in the process of getting vaccinated might be more willing to take a sign-on bonus and then leave when they're not happy with the new job that they accepted. President Biden was one of the ones that stated the unemployment benefits were a lifeline for those who hadn't found work, but no one should be allowed to game the system. So what he's saying is, yes, they were there to help, but you shouldn't just be living off of what the government is handing out. On the other side of Biden wanting to end the program in 90 days, you have Senator Ron Wyden, who is not quite sure if he wants them to end yet. He stated, "I've long said the pandemic unemployment program should have been tied to an economic conditions, and if it had been done that way, then he would not be so concerned about ending the benefits so abruptly." Either way, the program is going to end by September 6th, local governments and states are banding together to go ahead and put an end to them now, so they can get their states back in order. The Rescue Act plan became a law in March for people who had been out of work during the pandemic. The following programs that will be affected by the ending of the benefit programs will be the Federal Pandemic Unemployment Compensation, the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, and Mixed Earner Unemployment Compensation. All these compensations were there to help those who had needed assistance with buying groceries and paying rent and all of their other bills that came with daily living. It was a temporary boost in unemployment benefits, and President Biden stated they are going to expire within 90 days. The good news is that some companies are offering sign-on bonuses for people to go back to work. And with those benefits, though they might be a one-time payout, it could still really help you to get back on your feet. In conclusion, there are going to be some people affected negatively by the end of the benefit packages early, but some people are going to have a positive outcome. With the ending of the benefits, it'll bring unemployment rates down. There could be a sign-on bonuses available, and either way, it will happen sooner rather than later. So it's time to get us back on track. Thank you.